Prime is brought to you by Misho, Wa, Andeki Variety, Ansuni Dam, Vimal Elaichi, and Himalaya Purifying Neem Face Wash, Pimple Free, Healthy Skin Ka Expert.
More army columns, additional officials to reach Silchar tomorrow to join relief and rescue operations. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma conducts aerial survey of Barak Valley, holds a key meet with officials of 3 districts. Meghalaya government directs district councils to close all toll gates along state and national highways. Autonomous district councils given deadline to dismantle toll gates. Relief for N. Bireng Singh government, United Committee Manipur temporarily calls off protest against fencing along Myanmar border. Over 70% turnout in Tripura by-polls, stray incidents of violence reported. War of words continues between parties. Congress demands repolling in 3 booths. And more Maharashtra rebel MLAs land in Guwahati. Over 40 legislators pledge support to Eknath Shinde at City Hotel. Hello and welcome to Evening Prime. I am Pooja and we start the bulletin with a big story we have been tracking all day. Well, Kachar district of Assam has been devastated by floods and Silchar has been the worst affected with all localities and main roads in town submerged. An aerial view of Silchar and its outskirts brings out the scary picture and the grim situation that the over 2 lakh residents of the town, which is Barak Valley's biggest commercial hub, are enduring. Amid the situation, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma visited Barak Valley today to take a first-hand stock of things. Chief Minister Sharma conducted an aerial survey of Kachar and its adjoining areas and also held a crucial meeting with deputy commissioners and top officials of the 3 districts of Kachar, Karimganj and Hailakandi. Concerned over the situation, Chief Minister Sharma listed a number of measures to tackle the crisis. Arrival of more army columns, airdropping of essentials on a daily basis, restoration of power supply and assisting district administration with additional officers are among the steps to be taken by the government to provide relief to the people of Barak Valley. After reviewing the situation, Chief Minister Sharma informed that more army columns will arrive tomorrow to assist the NDRF and SDRF personnel in relief and rescue operations.
Silcharar townot amar ji অভূতপূৰ্ব বান পৰিস্থিতি বা ফ্লাড হৈছে সেই ক্ষেত্ৰত আমি মানুহক কেনেকৈ সহায় কৰিব পাৰো তাৰ বিষয়ে জিলা উপায়ুক্তৰ কাৰ্যালয়ত আমাৰ এখন বৈঠক হ'ল আৰু তাৰ আগতে এয়াৰ ফোৰ্সৰ ফ্লাইটত বৰাক উপত্যকাৰ প্ৰায়বোৰ এৰিয়া মই বিমানেৰে চাবৰ কাৰণে সক্ষম হৈছিলোঁ। আমাৰ ইয়াতে শিলচৰত ৰাইজক সহায় কৰিবৰ কাৰণে NDRF-এ কাম কৰি আছে, SDRF-এ কাম কৰি আছে আৰু আমাৰ আৰ্মিয়ে কাম কৰি আছে। অহা কালি আৰ্মিৰ আৰু ইয়াতে জোৱান বা আৰ্মিৰ কলাম ইয়াতে আৰু আহিব যাতে অহা কালিৰ পৰা আমি সাহায্য আৰু পুনৰ সংস্থাপনৰ কাম আমি যাতে আৰু বেছিকৈ কৰিব পাৰো।
And while Chief Minister Sharma also informed that essential items will be brought from Guwahati in a special aircraft and airdropped in Silchar.
ৰিলিফৰ ক্ষেত্ৰতো ডিস্ট্ৰিক্ট মই কৈছোঁ যে প্ৰত্যেকটা ৱাৰ্ডত স্থানীয় ৰাইজক সহযোগ লগত লৈ আমি মেক্সিমাম ৰিলিফৰ অপাৰেশ্যন কৰিব লাগে আৰু কোনো ধৰণৰ নীতি নিয়মৰ মাজত নোসোমাই ৰাইজক যিমান পাৰো আমি সহায় কৰিব।
Chief Minister Sharma informed that while essentials were airdropped on top of 30 buildings today, the process will continue on a daily basis till the time relief can be delivered through roads.
আজি ৰাতিপুৱা আমি বহুতল ভৱন যিমান কেইটাত পাৰোঁ অলমষ্ট 30 বিল্ডিঙৰ ওপৰত আমি এয়াৰ ড্ৰপ কৰিছোঁ আৰু ডেইলি ৰাতিপুৱা এয়াৰ ড্ৰপ হৈ থাকিব। কিন্তু কিছুমান এনেকুৱা আছে যে ওপৰত ইলেক্ট্ৰিচিটি আছে, টাৱাৰ আছে, তাতে ফ্লাইটটো ৰখিব নোৱাৰে। কিবা এটা এয়াৰ ড্ৰপ কৰিলে তাৰ আগত ফ্লাইটটো ৰখি দিব লাগে, সেইখিনি নোৱাৰে। গতিকে তথাপিতো যিমান পাৰে আজি ৰাতিপুৱা 30 বিল্ডিঙৰ ওপৰত এয়াৰ ড্ৰপ হৈছে আৰু এইকেইটা দিন কণ্টিনিউৱাছলি এইটো চলি থাকিব।
The Assam government will also ensure a delivery of at least 1 lakh bottle of drinking water daily in Silchar.
গুৱাহাটীৰ পৰা আমি পানীৰ বটলে হওক বা আন যিখিনি প্ৰয়োজনীয় বস্তু সেই গোটেইখিনি আমি এয়াৰক্ৰাফ্ট দি অহাকালিৰ পৰা আনিবৰ কাৰণে ঠিক কৰিছোঁ। ডেইলি 1 লাখ বটল পানী আমি শিলচৰত আনিবৰ কাৰণে চেষ্টা কৰিছোঁ।
Meanwhile, APDCL engineers will arrive in Silchar tomorrow for restoration of transformers to ensure supply of power.
আজি গুৱাহাটীৰ পৰা APDCLৰো ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰসকল আহিব যাতে ট্ৰেন্সফৰ্মাৰবিলাক যিমান পাৰি সোনকালে আমি ৰিচাৰ্জ কৰিব পাৰোঁ। ফ্ৰম টুডে এণ্ড টুমৰো ইন নেক্সট 24 hours lot of transformer will be able to repair and restore. But the transformer which are underwater, that will be difficult to give surge because that might lead to some accident.
10 additional officers are also being rushed to Kachar to assist the district administration.
অহা কালি আমাৰ শিলচৰত বা কাছাৰ জিলাত ৰিলিফৰ কামত সহায় কৰিবৰ কাৰণে 10জন নতুন অফিচাৰো আহিব যাতে ডিচিক হেল্প কৰিব পাৰে আৰু ময়ো আহি থাকিম। গতিকে মই ভাবোঁ যে অন্তত নেক্সট 48 আৱাৰ্ছৰ পৰা পৰিৱেশটো ভাল হ'ব, প্ৰভাইডেড এইটোৱে যে নতুন বৰষুণ হ'ব নালাগে।
Well, Chief Minister Sharma hoped that the situation will improve if there is no rainfall in next 48 hours.
যদি নতুনকৈ বৰষুণ নহয়, মই ভাবোঁ যে অহা 2-3 দিনৰ ভিতৰত পৰিস্থিতি উন্নত হ'ব।
And Indian Air Force today airdropped relief materials to dozens of flood-affected families in Silchar. Indian Air Force choppers delivered relief items on the roofs of buildings in Silchar town. The process will continue till the time relief can be delivered at the doorstep.
Around 2.8 lakh people Silchar town and peri-urban areas में flood में है। पूरा town में water है। यही 2.8 लाख people में हमारे ऑफिस का स्टाफ, हमारे ऑफिसर्स, सामान देने वाला ग्रोसर्स, लेबर, ड्राइवर सभी यही इसी में फंसे हैं। तो आपको ऑप्टिमम फैसिलिटीज हम नहीं दे पा रहे हैं। इसके बावजूद हमने अभी तक 40,000 लीटर्स पानी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया है। हमने 2 लाख बिस्किट पैकेट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया है, 24,000 मिल्क कैंस डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया है और 10,000 क्विंटल राइस भी दाल और तेल के साथ हमने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया है।
All right, our news editor Nabrun Goswami joins us over the phone line to give us latest on the entire development that has attracted today. Well, Nabrun, as a Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma conducted an aerial survey of Barak Valley today. He saw the entire situation, what exactly is happening, and we also saw Indian Air Force dropping materials out there. So, overall, what is the picture you view from that?
Yes, Pooja, the situation continues to be extremely grim in Silchar, in Barak Valley, in Silchar town especially. We could see from the visuals, the aerial visuals, the waterlogging, and from that we can gauge the condition that is there. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma, of course, taking stock of the situation, he conducted an aerial survey today, met district administration officials, not just from Silchar, from Kachar, but also the two districts of Hailakandi and Karimganj. The next in the next few days, we will see relief work being pushed further. Basically, more army columns will reach Silchar, as we already said. Relief will be airdropped on a daily basis. Today, relief was dropped on close to 30 buildings, on roofs of close to 30 buildings. So it's a challenging relief operation, mind you, because you're dropping it in a town where helicopters have to operate. Moreover, additional officials are being rushed from other parts of the state to assist the district administration there. So these measures are being taken, but despite all this, the challenge that is at hand is real, because there are still hundreds and thousands in Silchar who are in need of help. As we speak, the biggest concern of people across Silchar town is drinking water, Pooja. That's what everyone is saying. They're in acute need of drinking water. There's no electricity in major parts of the city. Mobile connectivity has taken a hit. It's difficult to reach people in Silchar town. Plus, no electricity, of course, means that people cannot pump water. There's no water supply. So, drinking water is the biggest concern in all the localities of Silchar. That's where the district administration has to step in. Of course, additional NDRF men have come in. The NDRF, SDRF are working round the clock, but more needs to be done. Definitely, every hour, every 2 hours. Even we have been getting calls from people seeking drinking water. Drinking water is the main concern. I repeat, that is something the district administration has to take care of. We also noticed Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma saying that at least 1 lakh bottles of drinking water will be airlifted every day. Will be delivered to Silchar. So that shows the need of the hour. Mind you, Silchar is a town of over 2 lakh people. So the problem here is real. Of course, we have to pray that there are no rains for the next 48 hours for the situation to improve. Right now, there is no improvement in the waterlogging scenario, in the flood scenario, and even if it doesn't rain, it will take at least another 2-3 days minimum for the water levels to recede. So that shows the criticality of things, how grim the situation is. As Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma said, the district administration, all the officials have to go, out of their way to assist the populace who are in need, and they have to do everything possible. This is not the time to follow rules. We have to ensure that relief reaches to people. Drinking water, food packets, because there is no access in several localities in Shillong. People cannot even come out of their in Silchar. I'm sorry, people cannot even come out of their houses. The ground floors, the roads, the streets are all submerged. It's impossible to come out of the houses, and that's why we had an additional team of 104 NDRF men coming in to Silchar. But mind you, more manpower, more resources required, and that's why additional army columns will be going. This has to be a continuous process. For a city of 2 lakh people, you will need hundreds of rescue workers to work round the clock. At this moment, we can only pray that there's no rains for at least for the next 48 hours, so that the situation improves. In the meantime, air dropping will continue for the next few days. Army columns are expected to reach tomorrow. Most importantly, APDCL engineers will be there in Silchar by tomorrow, trying to repair the transformers, so that electricity power supply can be restored in most parts of the town, which is very critical at this moment. Overall, a very, very challenging situation, Pooja, for the district administration and the government.
All right. Thank you, Nabrun, for giving us those details at this point in time. Right, shifting focus to a big story from Manipur now. In what comes as a relief to the N. Biren Singh government in the state, the United Committee Manipur, or UCM, has decided to temporarily suspend its protest against the fencing along Myanmar border. The UCM had been staging protests in the state capital, alleging that Manipur will cede land to Myanmar as per the current arrangements made as far as constructing border fencing is concerned. Meanwhile, the UCM has appealed MOS for External Affairs R.K. Ranjan to conduct survey of the disputed area and take necessary action. Not only this, the UCM informed that its delegation will visit the disputed areas and further warned of intensifying its agitation. The demands remain unfulfilled.
Actually, we visit from pillar number 79 to 102. But in this area, almost disputed area, this is according to the border fencing villagers area or the border area village peoples or the chief or leaders told us to be many pillars and then many border pillars constructed by the our AR or the uh, Myanmar army construct the or the erect that pillar almost we lost our Manipur land. That's why uh, further we United Committee also will visit to the another say suppose descending orders of the 78, 77, and so on. That area also will try to visit. And then at the time, actually, we also want to fencing. Actually, we also, United Committee or the Manipur people also want to construct a fencing, security fencing or border fencing. But how long and then how much distance be lost between one border pillar to pillar or sub pillar to pillar. That's why actually, if the government declare that means the disputed area be left from the Manipur, from or inside the Manipur land or the inside the our Manipur boundary from the international borders. That's why international border line. Then we want to appeal to the our external minister, our brother R.K. Ranjan's MOS also try to be a survey from pillar to pillar or sub pillar to pillar is must.
And earlier, our colleague Sharat Chandra gave more updates into the development in the evening. Let's listen in.
State for enhancing government in the state. This is Psycho Relief. Yes, United Committee Manipur representative and the chief minister had a meeting last night at the chief minister bungalow, and that meeting between the chief minister and Biren Singh and the representative of United Committee Manipur lasted more than 1 hour. And in the meeting, chief minister given the UCM member representative the assurance that this matter will be looked into, and also state government have already informed the Home Ministry regarding the matter. And also last night only, Manipur, this Home Department Special Secretary Home Gyan Pakras has given out one government order that the fencing which is presently going between the at the border pillar number 81, 82 should be stopped until and unless the dispute is being resolved. So these are the government order as of now. We can see from the government side also, and with the verbal assurance from the Biren Singh, now United Committee Manipur have decided to withdraw its ongoing agitation over this border dispute in the Indo-Myanmar border dispute for temporarily. The state.
Shifting focus now, well, the Meghalaya government has once again directed the KHADC and the JHADC to close down all the toll gates operated by the two councils and national highways, state highways and state roads immediately. Well, this was decided in a crucial meeting presided over by Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and attended by Minister in charge of District Council Affairs Lakshman Rimbui, besides members of KHADC and JHADC. Briefing news persons Lakshman Rimbui has confirmed this. It's a big story at this point in time, viewers. The Meghalaya government has once again directed the KHADC and JHADC to close down all the toll gates operated by the two councils in national highways, state highways and state roads immediately. Well, this was decided in a crucial meeting presided over by Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and attended by Minister in charge of District Council Affairs Lakshman Rimbui, besides members of KHADC and JHADC. Briefing news persons Lakshman Rimbui has confirmed this.
Our Honorable Chief Minister has called a meeting with the Joint Hills Autonomous Council and the Khas Hills Autonomous Council regarding one issue only. That issue is the toll gate of these councils in different part of the respective districts. So in that meeting, we have decided that all the toll gate in the highway, state highway or state road should be closed down immediately And the district council could come with a proposal where to check, how to check, in what form, so that then the government will examine. We didn't question the authority of this council to collect tax on its jurisdiction, but on highway, state road, it is not empowered to do, so they have to close down immediately. So the Joint Hills Autonomous Council and the Khas Hills Autonomous Council also have agreed to do that.
All right, shifting focus to Tripura now. Well, polling for the crucial by-polls to 4 seats in state ended on a more or less peaceful note, with a sizable turnout witnessed. Well, as per the Election Commission update, a polling percentage of 68.37% was recorded by 4 p.m. for the 4 constituencies which witnessed polling today. Among early voters were Chief Minister Manik Saha, who is the BJP candidate from Town Bordawali constituency. Well, Saha was accompanied by his wife as he cast his vote. Earlier, speaking to Northeast Live, Chief Minister Saha urged voters to come out in large numbers and exercise their franchise. Well, it is to be noted here that Chief Minister Saha is up against Congress candidate Ashish Kumar Saha from Town Bordawali. Whereas Congress's heavyweight and former Health Minister Sudeep Roy Burman is contesting from 6 Agartala. The BJP has fielded Ashok Sinha from the same seat. And all in all, a total of 22 candidates were in fray for the by-polls, which is crucial for both the ruling BJP and the opposition. Besides, close to 2 lakh voters were expected to exercise their franchise in 4 constituencies today. Notably, all polling stations were manned by CRPF and BSF, as the centre has sent 25 companies of additional forces to ensure voters can exercise their democratic right fearlessly. Well, webcasting facilities were also made available at all polling stations, and micro-observers have been deployed to ensure a free and fair election. And not just this, Section 144 of the CRPC has also been imposed in areas where elections took place today. The authorities have also prohibited bulk movement of vehicles. Now, one has to wait till June 26 to see which party will have the last laugh. On the other hand, the Congress has demanded repolling in at least 3 polling stations under the Agartala constituency.
এবং আমরা 6 আগরতলা বিধানসভা কেন্দ্রে 3টি পোলিং বুথে রিপোল আমরা যাব। এই কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে আমরা রিটার্নিং অফিসার কাছে আমরা চিঠি ধরে 12, 13, 55 পোলিং সেন্টারে সেখানে রিপোল আমরা চেয়েছি এবং 8 বর্ধমানী কেন্দ্রে ডিটেলস এখনো আসেনি আমাদের আশিস বাবুর কাছে, এবং সেখানে যদি কোনো অনিয়ম থাকে তাহলে ওটা আমরা রিটার্নিং অফিসার কাছে আমরা জানাবো। কিন্তু আমরা এখন 6 আগরতলা 3টি পোলিং বুথে রিপোল চেয়েছি।
And Congress President Birojit Sinha also blamed the state government for a number of untoward incidents during the repoll.
আজকে 4টা বিধানসভা কেন্দ্রে উপনির্বাচন, তার মধ্যে আগরতলার 8 বর্দোয়ালি এবং 6 আগরতলা যেভাবে শাসক পার্টি ভোটারদের আটকানোর চেষ্টা করেছে, জোর জবরদস্তি করেছে, আগরতলার বাইরে লোক এনে জড়ো করে গণদেবতাদের অনেক হয়রানি করেছে।
All right, our assistant news editor Pinaki Das joins us from Agartala to give us the latest on this story. Well, Pinaki, as the polling concludes in Tripura and apart from the stray incidents of violence reported, can we say that by and large the polling was peaceful?
See, when the opposition says overall the polling was fine, we can say of course the polling was fine. Though they have alleged that in the past the activities, they were not satisfied with the activities of the election department or the security forces. But they said after there were complaints, those were addressed, and they are happy with in the second term the manner things have happened, and they have said that in only three of the polling stations till now they have Congress has demanded for repoll, but state overall they are satisfied the way the election is. However, they give it the credit to the election department and as well as to the public in the sense that public had resisted. Initially, the things were resisted by the public who, despite all stress and taking all risk, had come out to cast their vote, and they are confident that the things will go in their way. So overall, except a small stray incidents in which the RO, while speaking to Northeast, like I said, that there were a lot of complaints in the morning, but when he and other observers and micro observers, they had gone for spot verification, they found a lot of them were just apprehension, and some of the complaints were fake, and they also said overall things were moving in the right direction, and which can be from the mass participation, particularly it will touch around hopefully around 80% of casting of vote. That proves people came out and cast their vote without any threat.
Thank you, Pinaki, for giving us those details. With that, we take a short break. Stay tuned for more news.
Northeast Live, the most viewed news channel in the region. On YouTube, unmatched coverage.
Sterling Reserve, come alive.
মই ব্যৱহাৰ কৰোঁ আটাইতকৈ সবল আৰু সতেজ চিমেণ্ট সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট। সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট অটুট ঘৰ অটুট অসম।
Build your dream at the Assam Royal Global University. Success is not an overnight phenomenon. You need to work hard and go through the grind every day to achieve what you want. Engineer, fashion designer, or someone working in the field of medical science, or the CEO of your own company, you can dream anything and make that happen here at the Assam Royal Global University.
Northeast Live, the most viewed news channel in the region. On YouTube, unmatched coverage.
आगे बढ़ने का गर्व, जीतने का गर्व, किसी की खुशियां बनने का गर्व, देश को सुरक्षित रखने का गर्व। ऐसे ही हजारों गर्व के पलों से जुड़ा हुआ है टाटा शक्ति, क्योंकि जब आप जीते हैं गर्व से, हम जीते हैं गर्व से।
মই ব্যৱহাৰ কৰোঁ আটাইতকৈ সবল আৰু সতেজ চিমেণ্ট সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট। সূৰ্য চিমেণ্ট অটুট ঘৰ অটুট অসম।
সুগন্ধ ৰং আৰু সোৱাদ খাতি এভৰিডে জিভাত দিয়ে আচল জুতি। এভৰিডে স্পাইচেছ 100% টেষ্ট। এভৰিডে স্পাইচেছ বেষ্ট।
Sterling Reserve, come alive.
Welcome back, and we have a breaking news at this point in time, viewers, regarding the flood affected people. And we have got the figures at this point in time. Over 45 lakh people have been affected so far. 30 districts have been affected. And if we talk about the lives lost, so 7 lives have been lost so far. So flood situation continues to be grim in the state of Assam, and 45 lakh people affected. 30 districts have been affected and 7 lives have been lost in the last 24 hours. So the flood situation still remains grim. Over 45 lakh affected in 30 districts. Slight improvement in Assam flood situation. 7 lives lost in last 24 hours and over 45 lakh affected in 30 districts. So breaking news at this point in time, viewers, as Assam a flood situation still remains grim. Over 45 lakh affected people in 30 districts have been reported. Slight improvement can be seen in Assam flood situation. 7 lives lost in last 24 hours and over 45 lakh affected in 30 districts. Well, the devastating floods in Assam have rendered many homeless and destroyed livelihoods. Let's have a look at this report from Assam's Medhikuchi village in Bojali, where people are staring at a dark future after floods destroyed their homes and livelihood. Floods in Assam are causing havoc all over the state. While most parts of the state are really under heavy floods, there are some parts where floods have receded. But that does not mean that the woes of the people are over. To flood victims, it is literally a start from scratch. This is the situation of the people of Medhikuchi village. Medhikuchi, a village in Assam's Bojali district, mostly consists of farmers. This year, floods ravaged the village, causing heavy damage to the houses and farms. Years of efforts and hard work got washed away in just a matter of moments by the raging waters of the Pohumara River. People were putting up in the nearby relief camps during the days of heavy flooding. But now, with the floods having receded, people are now left with an uncertain future ahead of them. People of Medhikuchi, upon returning to their village, were met with visions of devastation. With houses damaged, cattle and livestock washed away, people are now facing the Herculean task of rebuilding everything. Paddy fields are covered with sand to such an extent that it is almost impossible to restart any form of cultivation at the go. Manoj Talukdar is one such person who lost everything when floods washed away his house and farm this year. Now with the floods gone, his family has no proper place to live and everything that he built over the years lie devastated.
ডায়েৰী ফাৰ্মখনত মোৰ এটা লোন আছিল মানে আমাৰ SBI পাঠশালা তাৰ পৰা মই লোন এটা লৈছিলোঁ লোনটো বৰ বেছি বিশেষ টকা নাছিল যদিও কিন্তু সেইখিনি মোৰ পৰম সম্পত্তি আছিল তাৰ পৰা আৰম্ভ কৰা কাম এতিয়া মোৰ হাতৰ কামটোৱে নাই সমস্ত পইচা মানে ইয়াত লগাই দিছিলোঁ মোৰ জীৱনৰ যিমান হাছতীয়া পইচা আছিল এতিয়াতো নাই এতিয়া সবতকৈ ডাঙৰ কথা হৈছে কামটো মানুহ এজনৰ সবতকৈ ডাঙৰ দুখ কৰ্ম কৰা মানুহ এজনৰ কৰ্মহীন হোৱাটোৱে
Manoj Talukdar is not one, but there are many who have lost their properties and livelihood. With their houses damaged and farms devastated, people are now at a loss as to what to be done for the future. People are breaking down over their losses and are staring at a dark future.
টকা পইচা গৈছে ইয়াৰে আগতে আমি দুদিনমান আগতে দমৰা এটা বেচিছিলো দমৰাটো বেছি পইচাখিনি থৈ দিছিলো তাকো নাই খালি কৈছে কি গেল 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 আমি চব গুচি গেলো গতিকে পইচাখিনি দি আমি খেতিখিনি কৰিলো হয় কেনেকে মই চলো ছোৱালী এটা আছে মোৰ বিবাহ লগা ছোৱালীটো মোৰ থাকিলে
There is a demand among the people that the embankment of Pohumara River be repaired and strong steps be taken so that floods do not take such a devastating form in the future. However, it is not just villages which are under the threat of future floods. The government has acquired some land in the nearby areas to build the proposed campus of the Bhattadev University. However, if villagers are asked, then the university along with the villages will suffer if proper steps are not taken to control floods.
আমাৰ গাঁৱৰ লগত সংলগ্ন হৈ আছে ভট্টদেৱ ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ মাটিখিনি আৰু ইতিমধ্যে ইউনিভাৰ্চিটি কৰ্তৃপক্ষই মাটিখিনি নিজৰ জিম্মালৈ লৈ লৈছে চৰকাৰৰ পৰা 120 বিঘা মাটি গতিকে এই মাটিখিনিৰ প্ৰটেকশ্যন নহ'ব যদি মথাউৰিটো সুন্দৰভাৱে নিৰ্মাণ কৰা নহয় গাঁওখনটো যাবই আৰু ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিখনৰ অলপমান ক্ষতি হ'ব।
Worth mentioning here is that this year more than 3 lakh people have been affected by floods in Bojali. While heavy rains are a big factor, a large portion of floods occur when neighboring Bhutan releases excess waters from the Kurichu Dam. This year, 2 persons have died in the floods while 1 person has gone missing. A lot needs to be done to rehabilitate people and to take steps to control floods. With inputs from Shashank Talukdar in Bojali, Bureau Report, Northeast Live. All right, shifting focus to a big national focus now. Well, the Maharashtra political crisis is getting bigger with as many as 42 rebel MLAs camping in Guwahati under the leadership of Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde. As many as 7 more MLAs arrived at the Radisson Blu Hotel this morning, swelling the strength of the rebels. As per latest inputs, 2 more MLAs are en route Guwahati. The drama continues at a time when Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray is making best efforts to get the rebels back. In fact, Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut made a startling revelation today, stating that Sena is in touch with at least 20 rebel MLAs.
आज भी हमारी पार्टी मजबूत है। हमारे संपर्क में लगभग 20 विधायक है, मैं आपको बताता हूँ। और जब मुंबई में आ जाएंगे तो पूरा खुलासा हो जाएगा। जो संकट है, प्रसंग है, तूफान है, उनसे सामना करने का पूरा अनुभव हमको है। हम बाला साहब ठाकरे जी के साथ, देखिए जब फ्लोर टेस्ट होगी तो सबकी टेस्ट हो जाएगी। एनसीपी के कौन पॉजिटिव है, कौन नेगेटिव है, सबको पता चलेगा।
So the Maharashtra political crisis is getting bigger with as many as 42 rebel MLAs camping in Guwahati under the leadership of Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde. As many as 7 more MLAs arrived at the Radisson Blu Hotel this morning, swelling the strength of the rebels. As per latest inputs coming in, 2 more MLAs are en route Guwahati. The drama continues at a time when Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray is making best efforts to get the rebels back. In fact, Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut made a startling revelation today, stating that Sena is in touch with at least 20 rebel MLAs. All right, we have a breaking news coming in, viewers. 2 more rebel MLAs have arrived at Hotel Radisson Blu, and this takes the total number of MLAs in Guwahati to 44. So breaking news at this point in time, viewers, 2 more rebel MLAs have arrived at Hotel Radisson Blu, and this takes the total number of MLAs in Guwahati to 44. All right, so on your screens, these are the fresh visuals of Radisson Blu, where you can see the 42 MLAs, and now 2 more rebel MLAs have arrived at the Hotel Radisson Blu, and this takes the total number of MLAs in Guwahati to 44. So latest visuals on your screens, viewers, from the Radisson Blu Hotel, and a total of 44 MLAs, rebel MLAs, have arrived at Hotel Radisson Blu, as 2 more rebel MLAs have arrived at Hotel Radisson Blu just a short while back, and this takes the total number of MLAs in Guwahati to 44.
शक्ती आहे कुठेही काही लागलं तर कधीही कमी पडणार नाही याची प्रचिती आपल्याला जेव्हा जेव्हा आवश्यकता भासेल तेव्हा तेव्हा सगळ्यांना येईल. एकच आहे जे काय सुख दुःख आहे हे आपल्या सगळ्यांचं एक आहे बरोबर. काही असेल तर आपण एकजुटीने किती काही होऊ द्या आपलाच आहे आपलाच आहे. मला तर तुम्ही जे म्हणालात ते नॅशनल पार्टी आहे ते महाशक्ती आहे ज्यांनी अख्ख्या पाकिस्तान म्हणजे काय परिस्थिती होती माहित नाही. तर याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी मला सांगितलेलं आहे तुम्ही जो हा निर्णय घेतलेला आहे हा देशातला मागे आमची पुरी शक्ती आहे. कुठेही काही लागलं.
All right, our Chief of Bureau, Arindam Das, joins us from the ground zero to give us the latest on this breaking news. Well, Arindam, 2 more rebel MLAs have arrived at Hotel Radisson Blu, and this takes the total number of MLAs in Guwahati to 44.
Yes, that's right. Initially, 42 rebel MLAs were camping at Radisson Blu. They all came in installments. The first batch came at 6:30 a.m. in the morning yesterday, and the next team came at around 8:30 in the evening. And in the morning, another team arrived, and just a short while ago, 2 more MLAs of the Shiv Sena have arrived. They are Dada Bhuse and Sanjay Rathore. So right now, 42 to 44 MLAs are camping here at Radisson Blu. And in amidst all this, we have also seen certain other activities happening in and around Hotel Radisson. We have seen Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma entering Radisson Blu, and this political development that is brewing up at Hotel Radisson Blu. And also we have seen protests by TMC outside Hotel Radisson Blu, where several TMC members were detained by the police, including the state chief of the TMC, Ripun Bora. So these are the activities which had happened today, and right now also we have been told that meetings are going on inside, but we haven't got much information about what is happening inside and what discussed in those meetings. Yes, it has been more than 36 hours now, but we haven't got to listen anything from the camp of Eknath Shinde, who is heading the rebel MLA camp. On the other hand, we have seen yesterday Uddhav Thackeray has vacated the official residence of the chief minister and has in fact offered to step down from the post of chief minister, and has asked all the rebel MLAs camping here in Guwahati to come back to Maharashtra, discuss the issue, and select a chief minister and form a government. So this is the development.
All right,
far,
all right. Arindam, be there. Arindam, be there. I will be coming to you in some time. But just to tell our viewers that amid the ongoing political crisis in Maharashtra, with as many as 42 rebel MLAs camping in Guwahati's Hotel Radisson Blu, the venue had a surprise visitor. Well, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma was spotted at the hotel premises, raising speculations. Well, the Meghalaya Chief Minister clarified that he was en route to Delhi and at the hotel only for a cup of tea. The explanation, however, could not put to rest speculations in media circles in New Delhi on whether Conrad Sangma had been sent as an emissary to meet the rebel Sena MLAs and convey some message.
चाय पीने के लिए आ रहा हूँ मैं. Nothing. I always Delhi. On the way, I'm just having a cup of tea. I have not come to be anybody. Nothing. Nothing. I have no comment about it. Please, there's nothing in this. didn't meet the people who are concerned. I'm having tea only. अरे यार गलती कर दिया आके गलती कर दिया आके मैं चाय पीने आ रहा हूँ गली I'm just coming to me have tea यार I'm going to Delhi.
All right, so amid the ongoing political crisis in Maharashtra, with as many as 42 rebel MLAs camping in Guwahati's Hotel Radisson Blu, the venue had a surprise visitor. Well, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma was spotted at the hotel premises, raising speculations. Well, the Meghalaya Chief Minister clarified that he was en route to Delhi and at the hotel only for a cup of tea he had a halt. Well, the explanation, however, could not put to rest speculations in media circles in New Delhi on whether Conrad Sangma had been sent as an emissary to meet the rebel Sena MLAs and convey some message. All right, I'm again joined in by our Chief of Bureau, Arindam, who is outside the Radisson Blu Hotel. Well, Arindam, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma clearly saying that he was there just for a cup of tea, but media in Delhi is speculating something else.
Yes, that's right. The timing of his visit to Hotel Radisson Blu is very significant because this hotel is right now only the epicenter of Maharashtra politics. All the developments of Maharashtra politics is brewing inside this hotel. So right now, I can tell you that somebody is venturing out of the hotel premises right now. Let me see. Yeah, it's Assam Cabinet Minister Ashok Singhal who was inside, who has just now left the hotel premises. And we have been told that a short while ago, another Assam Minister, Piyush Hazarika, is also inside the hotel. He has entered the hotel premises just a short while ago. So, speaking about Conrad Sangma's visit, yes, we have specifically asked him why he had to visit Hotel Radisson Blu when this hotel is only the epicenter of Maharashtra politics right now. He said that he came for a cup of tea, but this has been speculated. In fact, it has been said that he has been sent as an emissary to talk to the rebel MLAs, to bring a message to the rebel MLAs either from the NCP camp or from somewhere else. But as of now, we can only speculate things because nothing is coming out clearly. But yes, the timing of Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma's brief visit to Hotel Radisson Blu in Guwahati is very significant.
Right. Now, Arindam, now talking about the Assam BJP leaders who have been visiting the Radisson Blu Hotel on and off. Can you please tell us who are the leaders that till now visited and how many times have they visited Radisson Blu Hotel?
Yes, talking about the BJP leaders and the cabinet ministers of Assam who have visited Hotel Radisson Blu since yesterday, it's three ministers, Jayanta Malla Barua, Piyush Hazarika, and right now you have seen Ashok Singhal. He went out of the hotel premises just now. So he was here since morning. So why would a cabinet minister from Assam who has no connection with Maharashtra politics will be staying for the entire day here at the hotel premises is also a big question. And right now also I can tell you that a short while ago another minister, Piyush Hazarika, was seen entering the hotel premises. He is also right now inside, and we also don't know as to why he has come here. Because, as I have mentioned, what connection Assam government has or the Assam BJP has got to do with the Maharashtra political development that is brewing up in this hotel. So we can only right now speculate things and say that yes, ministers or MLAs are coming to this hotel. Some are leaving, some are again coming back. So this is the only thing we can say right now. But nothing concrete has come from inside. We haven't got any communication from the Eknath Shinde camp since yesterday. He was supposed to address a press conference at 7 p.m. yesterday. In fact, we were told earlier that he would be addressing the press conference at 7 p.m. yesterday. But till now, he has not addressed any press conference. Not only that, he has not issued any press statement. So what's going on inside will only be clear when they come out, issue some statement before the media, or they hold a press conference. Then the matter would be clear. But I can tell you that there are more than 200 journalists here waiting outside Hotel Radisson Blue in Guwahati, trying to know what is the development Radisson Blue in Guwahati.
All right. Thank you, Arindam, for giving us those details at this point in time. On to Meghalaya now. Well, the state government has sought information from all the deputy commissioners regarding the situation arising out of heavy downpour. Briefing news persons, Meghalaya Home Minister Lakmen Rimbui informed that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has instructed all concerned officials to submit reports on the damages incurred so that the state government can fast-track the relief and rehabilitation process. So the Meghalaya government has sought information from all the deputy commissioners regarding the situation arising out of heavy downpour. Briefing news persons, Meghalaya Home Minister Lakmen Rimbui informed that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has instructed all concerned officials to submit reports on the damages incurred so that the state government can fast-track the relief and rehabilitation process.
See, we have sought information from all the deputy commissioners. I myself have visited few places in East Giant Hills and West Giant Hills to see the damage caused by this unprecedented rain. And last Sunday, our Honorable Chief Minister held the meeting in Clarion, where instructions have been given to different departments to submit the report to the respective deputy commissioner so that the extent of damage could be assessed and the timely relief, whatever we can to any people or any agriculture activities the government could do. So I hope that in the last 2 days, the rain to some extent has it's not there. So we hope that the officers, the field officers, they will visit their respective jurisdiction and report to their district head and for onward.
All right, we cut across a live to Tripura, where a BJP is conducting a press meet.
দেখুন, কিছু কিছু জায়গায় আমরা দেখেছি সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ার মাধ্যমে কিছু কিছু ফেক নিউজ যেগুলি আমাদের কাছে ধরা পড়েছে। তো আপনি যে অভিযোগটা এনেছেন, নিশ্চয়ই আমরা তার খোঁজ খবর নেব এবং খোঁজ খবর নিয়ে তার সত্যতা নিশ্চয়ই আমরা যাচাই করব। আমার কাছে এখন পর্যন্ত যেই নিউজ, আমার কাছে যেই খবর এসছে যে আমাদের সুরমাতে 6 জন কর্মীকে আহত করা হয়েছে, সেই ব্যাপারে আমরা খোঁজ খবর নিচ্ছি। আমাদের মাননীয় মুখ্যমন্ত্রীও রয়েছেন, সুশান্ত চৌধুরী থেকে শুরু করে রতনলাল নাথ, সব মিনিস্টাররা রয়েছেন। আমাদের এখনো সমস্ত জায়গায় খোঁজ খবর নেওয়া হচ্ছে সমস্ত কিছু, এবং যারা তার সঙ্গে জড়িত নিশ্চয়ই পুলিশ তার প্রয়োজনীয় পদক্ষেপ নিয়ে সেগুলি নিরসন করা হবে। না, যেহেতু আমার উপমুখ্যমন্ত্রী স্ট্রেঞ্জ বলেছেন, সেটা আমার সঙ্গে কথা হয়নি, কিন্তু না, বিক্ষিপ্ত ঘটনা দেখুন, আজকে বিক্ষিপ্ত ঘটনা আপনারাই তো সবার সাক্ষী, কারণ আপনারাই সারাদিন যে অক্লান্ত পরিশ্রম করে আপনারা যেভাবে ফুটেজ কালেকশন করেছেন, জনসমক্ষে সেগুলি নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করেছেন আপনারা, তো আপনারাই তো সেটা সাক্ষী। এর থেকে বড় সাক্ষী আর হতে পারে না। আমরা সেটা খোঁজ খবর নিচ্ছি, তবে আমাদের এখন পর্যন্ত যে আমাদের কাছে যেটা খবর আছে যে 6 জন আহত হয়েছেন, সেটা জনজাতি এলাকায় সেটা হয়েছে, সেটা আমরা খোঁজ খবর নিচ্ছি। আমরা কিছুক্ষণ মধ্যে আমরা সেটা জানি। মানে শেষের প্রাকলব্য। এনি কোশ্চেন? নাই? ঠিক আছে, ধন্যবাদ সবাই।
And on to some other news now. Well, Youth for Environment Justice Mizoram, or YEJM, a movement of young people to protect environment in the state, has dared the National Highway Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited Executive Director Virendra Jakar to conduct a joint verification of how the road construction works are being undertaken by the center in different parts of Mizoram. The YEJM activists are alleging that the road construction is violating environmental laws. YEJM activists today protested outside the NHIDCL office. The protesters allege that the NHIDCL, while taking up road construction works in different parts of the state, inflicted serious environmental damage to the already endangered ecosystems of Mizoram. Well, YEJM spokesperson Lalwin Fela also said that Virendra Jakar, denying that he spoke in a recent interview regarding damage done to environment by NHIDCL, is an attempt to create a fake narrative.
Our reason for gathering here today is protesting about the NHIDCL Executive Director Virendra Jakar making a false statement through the DDK channel about there being no violations of environmental laws regarding the works, developmental works on National Highway. Demanding here to Virendra Jakar to reject his statement made earlier through the DDK channel, and we are demanding a strong apology and a rightful apology from him.
Wanram Chuangi, popularly known as Ruat Fela No, has also been vocal in her protest against what she described as wanton destruction of forest and rivers in different parts of the state by the government-owned construction company. Well, she and the YEJM activist had organized a silent protest in front of the office of State Principal Chief Conservator of Forest Jitendra Kumar and the Deputy Commissioners of Sarship and Lunglei districts this month. Well, following the PCCF's instructions, the divisional forest officers of Aizawl, Champhai, Tenzol and Lunglei had issued a stay order to the NHIDCL to stop all the road construction works within their respective jurisdiction, as there had been violation of environmental laws. The YEJM also submitted a letter to Chief Minister Zoram Thanga to look into the matter and alleged that works continue in some places despite the stay orders being in place, and also dumped excavated soil on the road sides, causing extensive damages not only to the trees but also to the rivers down below. And while news and updates continue on Northeast Live, so stay tuned for more news. Thank you.
Northeast Live, the most viewed news channel in the region. On YouTube, unmatched coverage.
Introducing the new